Hey guys, what's happening? It's Dean from Electronisounds. Stick around. Today I'm going to show you a piece of music that I've written using only the BLEASS app for iOS, and afterwards I'm going to show you how I put it together. Stick around, guys.
Electronisounds Audio, the YouTube channel for you.
Hey guys, be sure and hit that subscribe button. On this channel I talk about making music with iPad, making music with hardware, sound design, making tracks, and making live jams.
Freeforming is not a style, it's not.
This is what the BLEASS Groovebox looks like when you first open it up. It's going to give you the option to load either a drum machine, a chords machine, or a mono synth to any of the 4 tracks. So right off the jump, being a sample-based, workflow kind of guy, I got the idea that if I just literally loaded 4 different drum machines let me show you here. If you go to a long press and you edit, it gets you in the screen to start, putting in the actual, notes on the grid here. And what this is this is 6 slots for individual samples. And if you long press, it'll allow you to get into the menu where then you can load your own samples into the program, into a user directory, and then you'll import and start loading your samples this way. And that's what I did, guys, is I literally just loaded 4 drum machines for a total of 24 sample slots, and then I started arranging these out. Now, what you can do is you can make your patterns anywhere from 1 bar to 8 bars. Most of my patterns are 8-bar patterns, and say if you want to, let's say our kick drum was here, you put a 4 on the floor, kick drum in, and then you might just repeat that, add for the other measures and whatnot. And you basically just keep putting in sounds, and you keep putting in notes, and you keep making variations of those. Let me go ahead and load up my project, and I will show you the actual samples that I've got spread out across the project here. So if we go into the very first drum machine here, and let's see here, if we long press, right, actually what we can do is we can click this pads tab over here, and then I can literally, there's the kick drum that I imported in, my closed hat, clap sound, there's a sub bass drop. If you can't hear that, put your headphones on. There's a little ride cymbal. Here's one of the factory sounds that I kept. It's a tambourine. Pretty cool. And let's see here. We'll go back again into the next drum machine where I've, let's see here. Yeah, here we go. Edit, and then I'll go to pads. Just a one-shot bass sound. A little longer, so I can get a variation. 4 different bass shots. Little sample that I found from Splice. There's a sound that I didn't actually use, so I guess that removes one of the sample slots. Now my track was made with 23 sounds, not 24, I guess. But those are the sounds in that machine. Let's go to the next machine, and this is going to have some melodic samples, mostly chord stabs. I think most of these are from my Velvet Techno pack. Velvet Carbon Techno, rather. Just some fun chord stabs. Do lots of different variations. I thought this was pretty fun here. It kind of goes in like one little section of the song. Let me see if I can get back to actually show you what that sample actually is. I believe it's on this one here. Yeah. So this is actually the full string run from the beginning of my videos and stuff. I thought it might be pretty interesting to... You guys recognize that? Electronisounds Audio, the YouTube channel for you, right? So I literally just used the start point and the end point to kind of just pick out a tiny little section of that sample only, and use some of the delay and reverb inside of the BLEASS amp to process that. I thought that was pretty fun. And lastly, if we go into the last drum machine here, and we go to the pads, this is my effects sound. So here's my go-to down filter. Here's a riser sound for that, ebb and flow and building up the momentum towards the next sections. Here's a crash cymbal from the inbuilt library. It's like a dub crash that I've run through a lot of delay.
Freeforming is not a style.
Some of you might remember this vocal sample. I borrowed this from a previous live jam. Little crash cymbal and a noise impact sound. So those are the samples, guys. Basically, I just keep loading sounds. I approached the workflow and layout where the first drum machine is my drum sounds, the second drum machine is my bass sounds, the third drum machine is my melodic sounds, and the fourth drum machine is my effects sounds. There's a few variations, exceptions to that, as I, needed a little bit of extra, samples to put in or whatnot. But apparently, you can definitely make a track, guys, by just literally loading your own one-shot samples and then taking the time to program those into a track. Now, the app works as though, when you fire off, this is like, a section of loops, right? Let me turn my global volume down so I don't overdrive the speakers. We're not on direct sound. It's just what the phone is picking up today. And this will just play by default all the way through the pattern and just start on the next pattern. It's super easy to work with. Now, you don't have to use, just straight lines. You can, start mixing it up. Do any number of, combinations that you want. I did a specific arrangement that kind of had a flow, so I just went in order. But you can definitely, mix and match stuff, or you could make 1-bar clips and then really, mix and match what you're doing and where you're going. I definitely am going to continue digging deeper in this app and seeing what else I can do with it. I know it does quite a bit more than just, load and sequence samples. Until next time, guys, thanks for watching.
Black holes, you see. Black holes, you see, are the key. Black holes, you see. Black holes, you see, are the key